name is Ryan Stitzinger,
And my name is Kate Mayne.
and this is Banksy.
Everything we know about Banksy's background is only because he allowed us to know it.
Even his name is Nom de Plume. Banksy is a nickname, but he is thought to be a man in his 40s from Bristol, England, who grew up in the Bristol underground scene, which collaborated with musicians and artists.
His art style is very similar to that of Blake Le Rat, who is a French stencil artist. His artwork is mainly found in large cities where it seems that he is trying to be a modern-day Robin Hood of art. Because the art market thrives on concepts of exclusivity, limited supply, controlled sales, and an undefinable and authenticated artist, Banksy gives it up for free on public grounds so everyone can enjoy it. He even would sell it at accessible prices, but because people would turn around and resell it for 10 times the price, he got very frustrated.
His works are found in cities such as London, Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York City, and Orlando. Being that he prefers to use big cities as his canvas, his original style of freehand took too long, and since he nearly got away from the authorities, he switched to the stencils that we are familiar with. He doesn't go to a typical art gallery with his artwork because he believes in the idea that he wants to return art to the people instead of just being another nice thing to look at and lose meaning.
His inspiration is mainly controversial topics that wouldn't have much support from the government. He challenges politics, ethics, and popular culture. A direct quote from him is that the public reaction is what supplies meaning and value. Art comes alive in the arguments you have about it. He likes to push the limits of what he can get away with, and for some reason he has not been discovered. It's likely that he only works at night, like most typical art graffiti artists do. For example, in his piece that has been titled by the public, "One Nation Under CCTV," found in London, he pushes the idea that we are constantly being watched.
And what I find interesting is that he chooses to portray a child painting the letters CCTV on with a security guard calling him. It's ironic to find that Banksy had painted this piece right next to a camera, although he wasn't caught on camera. The next piece we're going to look at is what is referred to as Rat Mural on Canal Street, New York City, obviously found in New York City.
It's interesting that Banksy has taken such an interest in portraying rats during many activities, such as holding up protest signs with silly sayings and sloppy handwriting, wearing clothes making them seem human, or just being a normal rat, making little girls scared of them. Banksy's concept of rats parallels with the idea that humans are ugly, but are also very smart.
The comparison made by Banksy is that graffiti artists are like rats themselves, in the way that rodents are known to multiply faster as society attempts to contain them. The will just grows stronger.
What's funny is that rats also get away without being noticed, and Banksy seems to do that too.
So, Kate, what's a rat's favorite game to play? Hide and squeak!
Okay, anyway.
Hey, come on, that was funny.
The rat mural that we see here is complete irony because Banksy is playing with the idea that no matter how hard the government tries to shut down our creative ability, art will always fight back in ways you don't notice until it's too late.
Just as the rat is being painted over by the worker, little does the worker know that the rat is cutting the string that holds him up.
Our final pieces seem to correlate with each other, known as the gap in the wall and the cave painting.
In these pieces, the idea of what once was there, what once was art and beautiful, is now being covered up and contained.
In the gap art piece, the natural world is in view, but out of reach. This represents how society is turning the world into an ugly, man-made fence, so to speak.
The covering of the cave painting is an interpretation of destroying history just for the sake of a cleaner society.
Banksy grew up from nothing as a random teen tagger to a multi-million-dollar street artist, which in itself is ironic because the message he is trying to send isn't actually being sent then.
The definition of art is the expression of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty and or emotional power.
So to quote Banksy,
If you win the rat race, you're still a rat.